Archives of Prasar Bharati presents the timeless treasure of golden era.
CPM Krishnaswamy Lakshmi, the world-renowned eminent cartoonist of India, the creator of common man character in the endless array of political cartoons appearing day after day on the front page of India's national daily in English, The Times of India, where Mr. Laxman has been working for over the past 50 years now with his common man. He remains the mute observer of prismatic dispersions of cartoonist Laxman in every one of his, you said it, pocket cartoons that kaleidoscope the funny side of socio-political turn of events in the day-to-day life in India. With passing of time, which saw India's economic development, modernization and globalization, does his common man also change?
He won't change, he is not changed. Does the moon change? Does the sunset changes? They remain the same. Common man is like that eternal symbol. If you go on changing him along with the so-called humanity, then he will become a terrorist. That is the fashion today. Chiefs, terrorists, young terrorists.
Cartooning in India has improved a lot, but did that mature enough?
It has matured a great deal because a cartoonist thrives and flourishes because of the ministers. People like Morarji Desai introducing prohibition which is impossible to introduce. People like Allu Prasad, people like Jayalalitha are the theme or the fodder for the cartoonist.
Supposing one day all our politicians suddenly vanish from the Indian political scene, what could happen to all our cartooners who depend so much on them?
That time will never come, one. Secondly, they will always be there. The characters, political characters like Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, Kriplani, Maulana Kalam Azad, Govind Vallabh Pant, those characters have gone now. They all look same. They all wear only safari bush shirt and pant and go about without any turban. There used to be turban, moustache and so on. For example, take international cartoon. Man like Stalin had an enormous moustache. Man like Churchill had an enormous cigar. Those symbolized. Those things are gone. Today it has become a stereotype, whether it is a foreign country or India. And the Indian politicians have lost their personality completely. There is no fun anymore in their caricature. I've been caricaturing them for ages. But today I find not what Lalu Prasad is the only one almost. And perhaps Jayalalitha will never be relegated to the background. And our Karunanidhi. And if they go, somebody will come exactly same or different. M.G. Ramachandran, for instance, with his white cap and goggles. Those things are gone. They all look same. They don't wear turban or grow long beard and mustache. Rarely you will find, in spite of all this, who is that people who he slept? Devegowda. Even if he doesn't do anything, he presented himself for the brief period he was the Prime Minister. They are very jolly good fellows. They never get angry. I have always had a great deal of friends among the politicians, including people like Moraji Desai, and perhaps privately they curse me, wish I would be dead and so on. But when you meet them in the aeroplane next to you, they say, I liked your cartoon very much. Yeah, that was one I told my wife, you must see. But Mr. Laxman, you have made a mistake. And they correct and they want to be cartoonists at that point. As Rajiv Gandhi once said, told me, I like your cartoons, but you make me look too fat. I said, I will look into the matter. Nehru was the only one. Nehru was very fond of cartoons and caricatures. And he gave me an interview for 10 minutes and sat for nearly 1 hour discussing, talking and so. Indira Gandhi was not very.
Whom does Laxman find ideal for a good caricature in the present times?
Well, Narasimha Rao was not far behind. If they are not interesting, I make them interesting. For example, I was rather worried and it was a nightmare when Rajiv Gandhi appeared on the scene because he was not looked upon as a politician. And suddenly he comes and I have to create him. So what I did was I elongated, lifted his nose, made his bald jaw, and then shortened him and made him a little fat. People started recognizing him through my caricature rather than his person. That's why he said, you are making me look too fat. Moraji Desai was good. Most politicians of those days, Nehru was good. But nowadays they don't wear Gandhi cap, Vajpayee is not bad at all. Kripalani, Vajpayee, good.
Is there a difficult face to draw?
Difficult. If it's difficult, I make it easy. I have not come across any.
Laxman was born in Mysore, the fragrant land of sandalwood, in a family of educationists headed by his father, R.V. Krishnaswamy, a school headmaster. Laxman was the youngest of his 8 children. Laxman is a born artist. One day, when his drawing master asked his students to draw the picture of a leaf, young Laxman, who was just 7 years old, drew it so perfectly, alternating its veins, thereby revealing his deep sense of observation at that young age. His drawing master had accurately predicted then itself that Laxman would become a great artist one day in future. Veteran Indian novelist, late R.K. Narayan, the eldest brother of Laxman, had inspired him a lot to illustrate most of his works. Laxman loved to do a lot of life sketching.
For sketching, I used to go to the marketplace, city market, sit there and sketch all the vegetable sellers, fellows who are leaning on the bicycle buying something, carrot or something. That you don't find. Nowadays you don't find that kind of thing anywhere.
Laxman has his own opinion on how a cartoonist should be.
He must be an artist and must know anatomy, drapery, perspective. I like the way the minister is sitting like this and whispering. See, so difficult this is to draw. Whispering something to another leader. People look at it and then register it in their mind. Whereas a cartoonist who calls himself, he will turn like this and write the caption, which loses about 80% of its beauty.
On tasting bitters from the J.J. School of Art, Bombay, Laxman joined Maharaja's College of Mysore for his graduate studies. While at college, Laxman's first works appeared in the Tamil magazine Kuravanji. And he continued with his illustrations for the short stories of his writer brother in the Hindu Daily for a princely earning of rupees 30 per illustration those days. On leaving college with a BA degree, Laxman continued his pursuit to settle as an artist, which saw him as an animation artist for some time at Gemini Studios Madras, from where he moved to New Delhi for a brief stay. A chance-breaking journey at Bombay, while returning to his native place, had eventually found him settled in Bombay with the Times of India as an artist for a salary of rupees 6,000 per month. Starting first as an illustrator for the Illustrated Weekly of India, Laxman soon commenced drawing their front-page political cartoon. Ever since, there is no looking back. Laxman's common man character made his first appearance in his You Said It daily pocket feature on December 2nd, 1957. And he remained there evergreen till this day. Laxman has been a brilliant political commentator on current affairs ever since the early years of India's independence. Always fresh, original and scintillating, highlighting the reality in his own subtle satirical style of lampooning. Laxman gained immense popularity all over the world as the premier cartoonist of India and has been regarded as Mr. Times of India in the journalistic world affectionately. Laxman is married to Kamla, his niece, a born writer herself. One fine morning, there was a pleasant surprise for Mr. Laxman at his office when the world-renowned British cartoonist Sir David Lowe had dropped in there only to see him in person.
Till the evening he had nothing to do. So he got down, walked, found out, entered, and came to my room. I took him round Bombay and showed him. Afterwards I told my office, the manager, proprietors, that I would like to go and spend some time in England. They immediately made all the arrangements. I started working there, our cartoonist abroad. I used to meet David Lowe there. And also I used to meet other cartoonists. Nice fellows.
Next to the common man, interestingly, it is a common crow that stole the heart of Mr. Laxman. Crow has obsessed him so much that he is continually inspired to draw countless number of crows in almost all conceivable postures whenever he finds some leisure time. Laxman likes almost every aspect of his favorite crow, which he studied in detail.
A crow is the only, I've said this before, I've written about it also. Crow is the only bird which I can watch. Not a parrot or a peacock. Nobody looks at it, they know it is there. Other birds are dull and stupid. Parrot may say hello, 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 come, 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 but crow, the intelligence of crow is very close to that of human being. He has played a great deal of role in our mythology, folklore, tales for children. You must have heard about that. No other bird has done a big pot, very little water below. I am thirsty. What do? Go on dropping the pebbles so that it may come up and then drink. Even today you can see when you throw stale bread, the crow will pick it up, take it to your tap and soften it with water and then eat. This I have been noticing since I was a child and started drawing the crows because they have got a beautiful black and white and movement, turning, looking, cawing, sitting on your windowsill and looking inside. No other bird does it. I love it. Very dynamic. And I was in Washington, went to Smithsonian Institute. There they have experimented with crow. I was amazed to find it can count up to 7. They have experimented it.
Iris Park in Aund, the posh residential area in Pune, is now proud to have the prestigious icon of Indian cartooning, Mr. R.K. Laxman, who chose to settle there permanently. And Mr. Laxman is also proud and happy to have a few of his crows neatly framed and displayed around him all over his drawing room as a special attraction. There is yet another unique attraction there, reflecting the typical choices of Mr. Laxman.
It's a big Boulder I saw, and we have just moved into our flat in Pune. I was coming from Bombay Pune road and it was laying there. So I asked my contractor to shift it to my room, my drawing room. One can sit and chat on it. So he brought a lorry, then somehow hauled it, and it is there. I've got a big drawing room. People come, look at it, paintings, crows, and where did you get this? Beautiful. They have not seen it. It is Bombay Pune Road. Thousands of them are lying now. They have not seen it. But in my drawing room, it has a special attraction and quality.
Laxman loves to draw the pictures of Lord Ganesha also in different shapes and colors. He once told a gathering on how he finds Lord Ganesha as omnipresent. His deep sense of observation turned Laxman into a world traveler, and he loves to travel long distances so much that he never seems to get exhausted of his traveling around the globe. Here too, unlike many, Laxman has a unique choice of places which you don't even dream to visit normally.
Right from the beginning, I don't know why, the destiny has taken me to all odd places in the world. I've gone peeped down the Grand Canyon. I've gone up the Great Wall of China. I've gone to the North Sea and seen the iceberg float towards you. I've gone down to the Africa. In India itself, I've gone to Andaman Nicobar Islands. We have spent in jungle. In Australia, from Perth to Sydney, I have flown. I've been to all parts of the world. I don't know, somehow invited, taken, universities, people have called me. I've been to Japan and seen Fujiyama. We have been to Bangkok, this, that, and you name it, I have been there. With all this, I have been to Natula Pass, 80,000 feet on the Himalayas, near the border of China, where Chinese were confronting the Indian soldiers. I was there. I was also there in Ichigil Canal when the Pakistanis fighting. And I had gone into Lahore, about 7 miles, risking my life. With all this, how you may want to know my finances. I have spent for all this 47. Total of 47 rupees. That is for tipping the coolies. Everything has been free. Whether it is Russia, Sweden, Denmark, France, Germany, Italy. I've been to Capri. I've been to, 2 years ago I was in Portugal. One of the dullest places you can come across. Portugal. Remember that and avoid. Spain is interesting, but not Portugal.
Laxman has a score of memorable experiences all through his life. Yet, there is one experience which Laxman considers as the most unforgettable moment for him.
Most incidents are unforgettable in my case. One incident which really I remember and I am proud of is I was touring in Europe because I was invited by the Heidelberg University to give a talk. I flew from Berlin to Frankfurt. But it was night flight, who passed 11 o'clock. There was nobody in the airport lounge to receive me. And I didn't know where Heidelberg was, who was going to receive me. But all that I knew was one Christopher Rieger was the professor of something, history or something, he was to receive me. But I found corridors going, exits, with nobody. I didn't know the Rieger's telephone number, anything. I thought they would come with nobody. But I was waiting to curl up in the sofa at the lounge and sleep away. But suddenly through the corridor came a huge white sheet with the face of the common man. Slowly it moved towards me. It was on a stick. The man who came looked at me and said, Mr. Laxman, yes, I'm using your man to identify you because he is the only one with whom you are familiar and I am familiar. With that, he was able to find out who I was, attract me towards him. I went towards him because he had the common man. So he was very fond of the common man. He used it for holding it and making me come. So that is the unforgettable moment.
Laxman holds an individual opinion on the high-tech cartooning by the present generation.
The art of cartooning consists of ridiculing, art of complaint, and it has got the quality of, it must find a mistake in almost everything. It must try to find the paradox, the contradiction in a human situation. If you don't find that, you can't be a cartoonist. The contradictions, using a cinema star for promoting a party, The cinema star is an illiterate, he has made good through acting, and he is used. It's a contradiction. Intelligent people should promote a party, not people who have just glamorized. There are such contradictions in this country much more than any other country. In fact, the other countries have lost their quality of sense of humor. Britain, which started about 300-400 years ago, the art of caricature, the art of graphic satire, today is very poor in its humor. Papers like magazines like Bystander, Punch, Tidbits have folded up because people don't laugh much. I don't like personally the computer cartoons. They have no soul. They look soulless, like Taylor's dummy.
Laxman did a series of caricatures of the stars he never met. It is difficult to count the endless array of honors and awards showered on Laxman. Laxman was honored by the Indian government with Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan awards. He is the only cartoonist in the world to be the recipient of Raman Magsaysay Award, which he got in 1984. Marathwada University conferred on him the Doctor of Letters. Lately, Laxman is honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award by the government of his native state, Karnataka. Nevertheless, Laxman considers that the rare honor of unveiling by the President of India of a life-size statue of his common man character in Pune recently is the best one among all the honors he received so far. Naturally, how can there be a better honor than getting one's own creation immortalized so royally? That is R.K. Laxman.